Rosellen.
Hey, look
Oh,
at you all outside.
hey,
I'm gonna see you soon.
good to see
I
you.
know. Oh, your place looks beautiful out there.
Yeah, well, I was supposed to play golf this morning, but I'm like, yes, I get to see my friends. So, great. And I get to see you Wednesday, right?
I know. Yes, yes, yes. That'll be good.
Good,
How you doing?
good, good,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
You're
Good.
busy. You're
Oh,
busy.
This crew.
it's all
Look at
good.
this crew. Look at this
Hey.
crew.
Wow. Hello. Hello. So exciting.
Yeah.
And that beautiful setting, Joyce.
I
Look at that back-
know, it really is pretty.
Got Joyce and Rosellen, and I think that's Olivia. Yeah.
Joyce Rosellen.
Uh,
She's got it.
so how's summer going?
Good, good. It looks like you are childless this week. Your kids are.
Yes. Both kids at respective camps.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, it's I know, maybe a little glimpse into well, Julia's, just got one more year and then off to college, but it gives us a little glimpse into, I guess, the future. For what the future is gonna look like. Oh, I forgot to spotlight the video. Hold on one sec. Yeah. Haha, wouldn't you like to know? And Adrian just popped on. I know, just I could do it afterwards. It's fine.
Let me see who's in there.
Having a hard time focusing on her yoga routine. And if anything happens to her, never life insurance.
Sign that more and more people are here year round, I think.
Well protected. Try that stretch.
Everybody get blocks that wants blocks, yeah.
Stretch your work. And if you're not to decide, don't worry.
Shell is live. Wait, I'm like looking for you online. I'm so happy to see everyone. That's so nice. Looks like you jumped through the computer.
That's that way too.
That's awesome. Good to see y'all. So what did everybody do this weekend?
What's the golf?
Watch the what?
Watch the golf.
The golf. Oh,
Yeah.
which
Went
to so clueless.
Did you see how windy and rainy Scotland was?
No.
Oh my God. They were in bubble hats and coats. It was just July. It was
Yeah.
freezing.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Just-
I went to
which
the
course?
Concert. Oh, sorry. I thought you were done. The Candlelight concert.
You know-
It was absolutely.
Oh, it was the Vivaldi one. I kept looking at it and thinking to go.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
absolutely.
So it's because the way that the ads are popping up in my social media feed, I was like, are they real? Like, so
The candles aren't real. It was, the candles, obviously, 10,000 candles that they're battery operated, obviously, not like.
that's a lot of batteries. Oh,
But-
Tracy's on. Hi.
It was a 4-piece quartet, 3 different violins and a
Oh.
cellist, and it was absolutely.
Because they're doing actually a Taylor Swift one, and I thought that I'd bring my daughter to that one.
Yeah, and you're able at the end to tip the, the 4 that played.
Yes.
Ben Moenzel, which you
Oh,
which is
okay.
wonderful. So it was.
So it really is,
Yeah,
okay.
it was like $30. Ridiculously low price. But it was
That's amazing.
amazing.
And then, Cirque du Soleil is at Hertz Arena this coming weekend. And it's tax exempt because all entertainment is tax exempt this month in Florida or something. So that's, I think it's the first time that it's come to Hertz. Has everybody seen a Cirque du Soleil?
Yeah.
Everybody? Yeah, everybody. Wow. When I lived in Atlanta for 16 years and saw several there. I think that's
I love them.
My
Yeah.
husband was part of one of the acts.
Oh,
Oh.
Called up?
It was like, before they were starting, this gal's going around, I'll say it quick, and like saying, you know, checking all these guys and flirting with them a little, and some of them were standoffish, and Neil was like, oh, whatever, you know, she's messing around. And so she takes him out of the audience, and she's got him back over here. It was right before the show, and then they go around to four corners of this
Ted.
arena, whatever it was, and they're flipping these people, because they were on, and they're like, and they're flipping them over, these huge guys. But my husband has this girl and her, you know, French lingerie, massaging his back. My sister and my niece and my nephew. And so they're supposed to put their arms up and then they flip them. You know, they did that 1, 2, 3 times. So then Neil is like, put your arms up, and she took his shirt off. Are you serious?
But then I hope you guys are hearing this story.
All during the show, she's like on a trampoline and she's flying, and she's like going like this to Neil.
Oh, he became her muse.
So it won't go again.
So I have a question before we get started. Stephanie has reached out to all the instructors and asking if we'll do little video clips or pictures that we can send her for her to create some promo videos for the community of all the different classes. I guess Sheila kind of started it. So in today's class, if I do it from the back, maybe, well, I'll still get your faces with the mirror. Or do it in ways that it kind of obscures so that no faces. Would you guys be okay if I try and snap some pictures or videos today? I mean, it's such a full class, so it's like, it's kind of a great opportunity.
Just make sure we're doing the pose right, though.
No such thing. And then with our crew online, let's see if I could bring the video in front of you guys.
You won't see your face in down dog, that's for sure.
Down dog's a great, I thought about down dog. And I thought maybe we'd do tree pose today, because that always looks so nice with everybody.
Maybe everybody like, falling out. Don't give it in.
You'll be in such a zone that you won't even know that.
Make it something easy. So we'll look like, we're not struggling and falling out.
Sheila took one where everybody's on their back and the class was balancing a block on one foot, and then were you there? You're nodding. Oh, you weren't there. Okay.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay, yeah.
No, I wasn't there.
All right, well, let's switch to sitting on our blocks right now in hero's pose. So bring those blocks and stack them one on top of the other in between your ankle bones. Bring the tops of the feet to the mat. Try and draw your knees toward one another. If you can get them to where the thighs are gently grazing each other, and really feel the sits bones. Find where your two sits bones are fully supported by the blocks. So you've got the blocks going, you know, the widest part of it is under the seat, and an opportunity to just ground here for a few breaths to open up our practice, and then lead into alternate nostril breathing. So has everyone done alternate nostril breathing? Anyone who's not sure? It's where we will close off right nostril to start, inhale through the left, retain the breath at the top a little bit, and then we'll exhale through the right, closing that left nostril, and then you'll inhale through the right and exhale through the left, and we'll repeat the process, always starting with the inhale in the left and finishing with the exhale on the left. So, but just close your eyes right now. We welcomed in the full moon yesterday morning. So just taking some inspiration from this moon, an opportunity, full moons are an opportunity to Just clear away maybe something that you were working on last month, set an intention for this new month, this new moon cycle helps clear out what no longer serves you, bring in some new energy. Just bring into mind, sort of bathing under the light of the full moon. I just read about making full moon water, where you fill a glass with filtered water, set an intention as you're filling it, and then set it out to bask in the rays of the full moon overnight. So either inside where you know that the full moon is going to shine through the windows, or outside in a spot. And then come morning, either adding that water to a bath or just drinking it, drinking in that intention, maybe adding it to a smoothie or something as a way to bring in that energy from the rays of the full moon. So just visualize anytime if you've ever taken a walk and you just kind of stand there basking in the rays. The energy that you might feel from it. Sometimes it's also nice to do a full moon diary. So at each full moon, write down an intention or just an affirmation of gratitude. Bring your hands together in front of your heart and set an intention for your practice today, and something that you can maybe take off your mat with you today or through this next cycle, lunar cycle. Take a full breath in. Cleansing sigh out. Dedicate your practice. Send it out into the world, all beings everywhere, everyone here in this space, to our friends joining us online, this beautiful community that you are a part of, that you make up, you share the space with. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and to that freedom for all. And we'll say Om on the next exhale. And just releasing yourself of the expression that you're here to do yoga. We're here to practice and really embrace it as a practice. So there is no perfect. There is no right or wrong. There's just the journey toward allowing yourself to feel sensations from the different postures, ultimately feeling the connection with your breath and how that really unifies mind, body, spirit. And just flicker the eyes open and just take a look to your right and left and maybe share a smile with your neighbor. I'm smiling to our friends online. Look, they're looking right and left to the little squares. Moving into alternate nostril breathing. So flip your left palm, let it rest on your thigh, bringing the tip of your index finger and your tip of your thumb together. Take your right hand and then bring the second and third fingers to that space between your eyebrows, your third eye, connecting with your source of intuition. Using your thumb to close your right nostril, using your ring finger to close the left nostril. So take a full breath in through both nostrils and exhale it out. And then we'll close the right nostril and inhale left, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Close the left nostril, open the right. Exhale, right, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, right, 2, 3, 4, and hold at the top. Closing right nostril, opening left. Exhale, left, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, left, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, right, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, right, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, left, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, left, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, right, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, right, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, left, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, left, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, right, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, right, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, left, 2, 3, 4. One more round. Inhale, left, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, right, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, right, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, left, 2, 3, 4. And that right hand. Taking the same mudra with that right hand, back to the hands resting on the thighs, and just come back to your natural breath and notice any sensations. Notice if maybe during that pranayama, your shoulders were moving up to your ears, if you were able to relax. Alternate nostril breathing benefits us in a lot of ways. It balances right and left brain action. If you're dealing with some sinus issues, it might help clear the nasal passages. A lot of moisture in the air right now with the rains and the Sahara dust. So alternate nostril breathing is great for cleansing the nasal passages. And just scanning the body top to bottom right now, just feeling the effects of doing. Sometimes if all we have is a few minutes in the day, if you do alternate nostril breathing or any other pranayama, that is yoga. The physical postures are only one branch of the 8-limb path of yoga. One more breath in. Cleansing sigh out. And then rocking forward to come off your blocks and just shift them to the side. Finding our tabletop pose. And just start to move through cow and cat. Have your knees under your hips. So you don't want your legs too close together. And then feel as if you're stacking your wrists and your elbows and your shoulders. And then inhale, and remember the movement comes from the rocking of the pelvis. So on your inhale in a cow pose, you're rocking the pelvis so the tailbone is turning up toward the sky and your belly button is drawing toward the earth. And then on your exhale, you're rocking the pelvis the other way so the tailbone is then shining down toward the earth. And then just move where you really feel the fluidity of your spine. As you come into cow, your spine lengthens, your heart space opens. As you come into cat, you're rounding the spine. And just really feel like it's a massage. And just notice your hands for a moment. See if you can maybe spread your fingers a little wider. And not too much pressure. Try pressing into the thumbs, the index fingers, and the tips of the third, fourth, fifth fingers to take weight out of your wrists. After cat, then come to neutral and make a C shape, pushing the hips over to your left, and then taking the gaze to look at your right pinky toe. Inhale through center and take that C shape the other side. One more time, try not to let the belly sag. Come over, shifting your hips to the left. Inhale through center and shift them over to the right. And then coming back to neutral, sitting back on your heel, taking your arms alongside the legs, palms face up, coming into this more rounded child's pose. And you can support this pose by putting a block under the forehead if you need to. Letting the shoulders, like gravity, draw them down toward the earth. Feeling the rib cage expand, filling up with your breath, releasing any tension from the low back. Another breath in. And out, and then slowly begin to round up to sitting on your heels, and then float the arms up in front of you, reaching them overhead, coming up on your knees. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms up toward the sky, and lengthen through the side body. Full breath in, and then exhale, take the body to the left, side bend to the left. And inhale through center, side bend over to the right. Inhale through center, let the arms come down to the sides, flexing the hands, push through the palms. Draw the arms back a little bit out of your peripheral vision. Try and turn the tailbone to point down toward the earth. Lengthening down. Inhale, one more inhale. And exhale back to tabletop. And then extend your right leg behind you, toes on the earth. Push yourself back so you're pushing your heel down, stretching the back of that right leg. And then inhale, rock forward. And exhale, drop that heel down. Inhale, rock forward, and exhale, push it down, and then next inhale, lift it up hip height. Level your hips, so we don't want that right hip any higher than the left. Let the toes point down to the earth and try and push through the heel to lengthen that right leg, and then Float that left arm up by the ear, spinal balance. Finding length, finding balance, engage in the core. So really feel your hips drawing towards your midline. Beautiful, nice job, everyone. And then on your next inhale, really lengthen, and on your exhale, draw that elbow to meet the knee, rounding the spine a little bit. So doing this with control. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. And then lengthen, drop your left hand down. And then we're gonna rotate onto that left hand, swing your left leg out a little bit, plant your right foot down, come into supported side plank. Right arm lifts up toward the sky. So your left leg on this angle is kind of supporting you like an anchor. Lift that right hip a little higher. Try and get out of the weight in that left wrist. And maybe for a little extra, lift that right leg off the mat, flex the foot. Using that outer hip flexor and your inner groin muscle to help stabilize it. One more inhale. And then exhale that right foot down, spiral back down to tabletop. And other side, left leg extends back. Push that heel back to the mat. So drop the toe down and then push so your heel's dropping, stretching the back of that left leg, and then inhale, rock forward. And exhale, push that heel down, inhale, rock forward. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, rock forward, and exhale. Dropping it down, lifting it up now. Finding spinal balance on this side. So start with the leg. Engage in the navel. When you're ready, lift that right arm up. Push through the heel, toes pointing to the earth. Soften shoulders. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. We'll lengthen that out. Drop your right hand down, spiral onto that right hand. Angle your right leg, drop your left foot down, start here. Left arm reaching up. And then maybe adding, lifting that left leg off the mat. You're all so strong. Flex that left foot, push through the heel, lengthen through the left arm to get out of that right wrist. One more breath in, and then exhale, rotate back down to tabletop. Take another cow and cat. Inhale, stretching the back and belly muscles. Improving circulation, massaging the organs in the cat pose. Tuck your toes under. Push your seat back toward your heels. And then straighten the legs, growing into downward facing dog. Almost like you're unraveling and bringing yourself into downward dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then look between your hands and walk one footprint at a time and try and heel toe your way up to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. So finding a flat back here, we're trying to take the rounding out of our back. We can do that by engaging in the navel. Try and imagine your navel, your belly button, moving toward your spine. And then a lengthening of the tailbone, sort of a tucking, if you will, and shining out through the crown of the head. Beautiful, as if I could come around and place a tray. And then check in with your weight distribution. So you want the weight to go more toward the balls of your feet. So a lot of you are kind of leaning back into the heels. Try and bring the weight toward the ball, like you feel like you're gonna fall forward, but you're not. So your sits bones aren't shooting back. And now bring the fingertips to blocks or the floor. And then let the head hang heavy. Shake the head, yes. And no. And then deepen the bend in your knees. Hang like a Raggedy Ann doll. Take 2 breaths to come up to stand. Lift the shoulders up to the ears, draw them back, finding Tadasana. And now the weight distributes more into your heels. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, circling the arms overhead. Exhale, diving forward, lead with the heart. Put the weight more in the balls of your feet, coming into forward fold with straight legs. Inhale, lift up halfway. And then with this half lift, bring your hands to your hips. Put a little bend in your knees, and then take your right foot and bring it behind your left and alongside of it. And then keep the bend in your left knee as you straighten the right leg, and see if you can fold forward in this. So little deeper stretch for that right leg. Everybody feel that? Yeah. Use a block if you need to under the hands. So bending that front knee, your left knee, deepens that stretch for the right side. So getting into the IT band and the hamstring. One more inhale. And exhale, start to lift up halfway. Bring hands to hips. Release that right foot. So we're taking it on the other side. Bend the knees a little bit to stabilize. Bring that left foot behind the right. Then fold forward, straightening that left leg and bending the right knee. Which side do you feel it more on? Or maybe it's equal. Maybe it's the same for both. Trying to have the edges of your feet as parallel as you can. And use blocks under hands to help you. One more breath in and out. Hands to hips. So a little balance here. Bend the knees and bring that left foot on the other side of the right foot. Inhale, chair pose. Bending the knees, taking the seat back. Little adjustment here in chair. I want you to exaggerate the rocking forward of your pelvis. So really rock it where you feel like it's rounding. And then tilt it the other way so you feel the tailbone lifting up. Everybody feel that? Yeah? And now find the middle spot of the two exaggerated. And hopefully you feel your spine become more neutral. Draw the knees behind the toes. Next inhale, straighten the legs, reach up a little arch of the upper back. Hands to heart center. Tadasana. Feeling warm? Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, diving into Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees. Plant the hands, step your left leg back, finding a low lunge. Front knee bending toward a 90-degree angle, stacking knee in line with the ankle. Strong left leg, lengthening it, chest lifting. Again, modify with blocks on either side of that right foot for a little added lift. One more breath here, really lengthening that left leg, and then drop the left knee down. Inhale, sweep the arms up by the ears, Anjaneyasana, stacking shoulders with your hips. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feeling that stability, interlace your fingers, bring them behind your head, draw the elbows back, lift the chest, open across the heart space. Maybe see your heart connecting with that full moon up in the sky. Breathe in, breathe out, and then bring hands down to the blocks or to the mat. Tuck your left toes under, step your right foot back, find downward facing dog again. Full breath in and out. Look between your hands and walk your feet up to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift to a flat back. And then exhale, bend the knees. We're going to send our right leg back now, finding our low lunge for a few breaths. Using blocks as you need to. And just settle in here. Really feel that 90-degree angle with the left knee now. And your right leg lengthening. Another breath in, chest lifting, heart opening. Walking that right knee down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Anjaneyasana. Stabilize here. Notice where you might be like over efforting. See if you can soften that. Interlace the fingers behind the head. Draw those elbows back. Again, shining the heart, connecting it with the rays of the moon. Basking in its greatness. One more breath in, and then hands back down to the blocks or to the mat. Lift that right knee, step the left leg back. We find downward facing dog again. Breathe in. Breathe out. And bring the feet a little closer together in the middle of your mat, in the back. And then come up high on the balls of your feet, lifting your heels. Balance on your left foot as you float that right leg up. And just like in spinal balance, level the hips. The right toes pointing down to the earth, push through that heel to lengthen. And then exhale, lower that right leg down, and we'll take the left leg up, float it, really feel like it's floating up. Level the hips, inner rotation of that left thigh. One more breath in. And then exhale, lower that down, rock the body forward to plank, high plank. Breathe in. Breathe out, lowering the knees down. Modified chaturanga, rotate elbow creases to the front of the room. Bend at the elbows, lower the body to the mat. Separate the legs a comfortable distance apart for your low back. And then inhale, peeling the heart away from the mat, cobra. Exhale, lower down. Two more. Inhale, keep those elbows hugging in. And exhale, lower down. So you're making like a shelf with the elbows. So hug those elbows into the side body. Beautiful. Rose, try and hug those elbows in. One more inhale, lifting up. Beautiful. And then lower down, tuck your toes under, push through tabletop, seat back to your heels, and then lift the sits bones, coming into downward facing dog. And then we're gonna inhale that right leg up again, three-legged dog, and just work the core here a little bit. Draw that right knee into your chest and hover. On your exhale, send it back up, three-legged dog. And then we're gonna bring that right knee toward the right elbow and hover. On your exhale, send it back up. Next, inhale, cross it, a little twist here. Bring that knee to the left elbow, hover. And on your exhale, shoot it back up. And then drop it down, rock the body forward to plank, lower knees, and the body down to the mat. Inhale into cobra, just a little baby cobra. Exhale, lower down, tuck the toes under, seat to heels, and downward facing dog. So other side, inhale, left leg, feel it float up. Draw that knee into the chest. And exhale, three-legged dog. Inhale, knee to left elbow, hover. And exhale, lift it up. Then twist here, bringing the knee to the right elbow. And exhale, lifting it up. Drop it down, rock forward to plank, again, lower, knees down, and then the body. Inhale into cobra, hugging those elbows in, lower down, and then tuck your toes under, come to a wide-legged child's pose. So your knees are going as wide as your mat, your toes to touch. Bring your seat to your heels and release the chest and the forehead down to the mat or to a block. Breathe in. Injury. Oh. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Anytime we kind of pause in between some movements, it's an opportunity to connect with our breath, to smooth out the breath, connect with the sensations that you feel from those different movements. One more inhale. And cleansing breath. And then inhale your way back to tabletop. Tuck the toes under. Bring yourself back into downward facing dog. Bring the feet a little closer together. Inhale the right leg up, three-legged dog. And then using that core strength, draw the right knee into your chest, rock the body forward a little bit, and then with your core, bring that right foot down. So yep, lifting it kind of, your belly's lifting it up and then planting it down. And then spiral your left heel down. And then inhale, lifting yourself up to warrior one. So your left hip is kind of opening to this corner of the room, and you're squaring your chest and your shoulders to the front of the room. So that left foot is not going to be right behind the right. It's going to be as if it's on two planks of wood. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lengthen that back leg. Lengthen the left leg. If you can't see your big toe of the right foot, then you can widen your stance a little bit. One more inhale, and then exhale, hands down to the mat, pivot that back foot, and step the right leg back down, facing dog. Full breath in. And out, inhale, left leg up, feel it float up. Hug that left knee into your chest as you rock forward. Use your strength of your core to step that left foot down. Spiral right heel down. Inhale up to warrior one. And now your right hip is kind of opening to this corner, but your chest and your shoulders square forward. Beautiful. Breathe in. Breathe out. Soften shoulders away from the ears. One more inhale, and then take those hands down, stepping back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg floated up, three-legged dog. Leveling the hips, again, draw that right knee into the chest, use your core to step that right foot down to the mat. We're coming into warrior one again, and then we're gonna add on. So floating up to warrior one, take another inhale and exhale. Next inhale, open to warrior two. So adjusting that back foot now to be more in line with the front foot. So now we're imagining standing on one plank of wood. Beautiful. And then take a few breaths here to settle in. Your right toes are facing forward. And then energetically draw your right knee towards your pinky toe. Feel that difference? Press into the outer edge of the back foot to help take heat off of that right thigh. Feel the shoulders moving away. Create some space between shoulders and ears. And your gaze is long, looking out over your right fingertips. Now we're going to straighten that right leg. Drop the left hand down, flip that right palm, and reach up toward the sky. Catching those moonbeams. Breathing the energy in, down the body, down this whole right side. So this, I like to call this pose exalted warrior. Some people will call it reverse triangle pose because our legs are straight. We're getting left on this whole right side. Bring those fingers, those right fingers together. Just create some energy. Breathe in. And then exhale, bend to the right knee. Come back to warrior two. And then reach for your block. Grab your block and place it on the inside of the right foot. And then your hand comes to, and put it at the highest. And then place your right palm on that. So your right elbow is on the inside of that right knee. And take that left arm by the ear. So extended side angle. So that right knee, maybe deepen it just a little bit. Spiral that left hip open. Use your elbow as a brace for, or support for that right knee. One more inhale. And exhale, and then inhale back to warrior two and spiral the hands down, pivot that back foot and step that right leg back to find downward facing dog, the cleansing breath, inhale. Oh. And knowing that you did all that on one side, you can do it on the other side. Inhale, float the left leg up, three-legged dog. Use your core, draw that left knee into the chest, draw it forward and drop that foot down. Spiral right heel down, inhale, arms up, warrior one. Few breaths here in warrior one. Again, right hip now is kind of opening to this corner, but your chest, your shoulders squared forward. Inhale, and then exhale, opening into warrior two. Your shoulders stacked with hips. Your left knee bending a little bit more deeply. Feel your pelvic floor, your whole pelvis, helping to stabilize you here. Breathe in. Breathe out, shoulders, create space between shoulders and ears. One more inhale. And exhale, straightening that left leg Exalted Warrior, reaching the left fingers up. Breathing in the intention that you set, knowing that this connection of your breath with your body, bringing that intention alive. One more inhale and exhale. Come back to Warrior Two. Grab your block, set it on the inside of that left foot at the highest. The palm is on that block, elbow against the knee, right arm comes by the ear. Try and spiral the right side of your chest open. So if you feel that right side of your chest collapsing toward the earth, open it up. And if you feel a little instability, check in with that back foot. The back foot should be a little bit more in line with the front foot. And you can slowly just one more inhale and exhale, and then inhale back to Warrior Two. Spiral the hands down, pivot that back foot, send that left leg back, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Look between your hands, either walk your feet up or if anyone wants to do a light hop forward. Inhale to a half lift and exhale, forward fold. Hold opposite elbows, hang like a Raggedy Ann doll here. Maybe sway from side to side. Breathing in, breathing out. And then float the arms out to the sides, engage in your core, little bend in the knees, lift the upper body. Inhale the arms overhead, hands to heart center, finding Tadasana. And just take a moment here, close the eyes, feel grounded and rooted. And then imagine your favorite tree. Bring in mind your favorite tree, favorite place in nature. Start to put weight in your left foot and then turn your right knee out to the side, coming to what we call tiptoe. So that right foot is here, the right heel against the inside of the left leg. And then just notice your hips. If you automatically kind of shifted the hips and balance, let that tailbone lengthen toward the earth. And this might be where you stay, or maybe you slide the inside to the inside of that left calf. And then instead of reaching down for that right foot to bring it to your thigh, if you're going there, try and lift it up. Use your thigh, lift it up, then reach down and bring it to the inside of that thigh. So play wherever it is that you feel like you can balance and stay for a few breaths. And when you're ready, growing the branches of your tree. Your gaze looking ahead, focusing on something that's not moving. You feel any shift in your hips? Balance them, let that tailbone descend toward the earth. Beautiful, everyone. Hands to heart center. Hug that right knee in and just move that foot around a little bit. Getting it ready for you to stand on. Find Tadasana to start. Closing the eyes. Find that favorite tree. Imagine doing tree pose next to that tree or facing it, drawing strength and energy from its trunk. The trunk is your right leg now. Starting in tiptoe, this might be where you practice, or maybe sliding it up to the inside calf. And again, if you're going for inside thigh, lift, staying balanced, lift it up, and then reach down. Bringing hands to heart center or overhead to grow the branches of your tree. Imagine the roots moving down from the sole of your right foot into the earth. Try and square your chest and shoulders to the front of the room while that hip is gently opening. One more breath in. And out, draw that left knee into the chest. Give it a hug. Roll that foot around. And then Tadasana, inhale, big inhale overhead. And exhale, dive forward into Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step both feet back to plank. And then rotate your elbow creases to the front. And we're gonna lower 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the arms alongside your body, palms face up, forehead to the mat. Coming into our boat pose. So, not boat, locust, Shalabhasana. So, turning the pubic bone toward the mat. Inhale, begin lifting the legs, and the legs can be a comfortable distance apart so you don't feel any pressure in the low back. And then float the arms up, letting the upper body lift up and your hips, this whole area of your pelvis connected with the earth. Breathe and see if you can lift the legs maybe off the earth a little bit higher, maybe one more set of ribs. Exhale, lower down, turn one cheek to the mat, whichever is most comfortable. And see if you can leave the arms right where they are. Full breath in. Full breath out. So second one, it's always nice to do back bends in 3s. Bring the forehead to the mat. So same thing, inhale, rock that pubic bone toward the mat. Lengthen out through the legs. Lift the arms, let the chest float off the mat. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe in. Breathe out, see if you can float the legs up a little higher, maybe one more set of ribs off the mat. Inhale, and then exhale, lower, turn the opposite cheek to the mat. Feel the belly press against the mat as you take your next inhale and exhale. And then this third one, a little different variation with the arms. So the options would be interlace your fingers behind your back, lengthening the arms, lifting them up. Or maybe take the arms out to the sides. Or maybe take the arms in front of you. So choose which variation you want to do. And then on your inhale, lifting up. And just notice by changing the arms, how it shifts the pose. Still lengthening, still rocking the pubic bone toward the mat. Don't hold your breath. Breathe in through the nose And exhale, release down. Again, turn opposite cheek to the mat, or you can stack your hands and make a pillow for your forehead if it feels better to have the forehead rest on your stacked arms or stacked hands. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then slowly roll yourself over onto your backs. The head can stay facing the mirror. You don't have to worry about the direction of your body. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. Little massage for the sacrum. Coming into a twist to help release those back bends. So we'll drop the feet to the mat. Lift your hips an inch off the mat. Shift your hips over to the right, and then drop the low back down. Hug the knees into your chest, and then let them rock down to the left side. So you're forming a 90-degree angle with the knees. Extend your right arm out to the right side in line with the shoulder, palm face up. Gaze looking up, or you can turn your head to look out over the right arm. And that left hand can stay resting on top of the right knee, or you can drop that left arm down to the floor as well. If there's any pain or discomfort in the low back, you can place a block in between your thighs. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more inhale. And exhale. And then the next inhale, you're bringing the knees to center. Drop the feet to the mat. Neutralize your spine. Then that same adjustment for the other side. Inhale, hips up an inch. Shift them to the left a couple of inches. Drop down and then hug those knees in toward your chest, rolling them down to the right side. Left arm extending out. Smoothing out your breath, equal inhales and exhales. Softening the left shoulder. Soften the muscles in the neck. Next inhale, bring the knees back to center, bringing the feet to the mat. Neutralize the spine. Hug the knees in, lift your forehead up to your knees, making a tight yogi ball. Squeeze, 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 clench, or squeeze your face like a prude. And then release. Release the legs to the mat, extend them out, Shavasana. Take up space here, let the legs come apart, bring the arms about 20 or 30 degrees away from the body. Press into the back of the head a little bit, lift your chest, glide your shoulder blades under. Lift your hips, glide your tailbone under. To help release the body. Count the length of your inhales and the length of your exhales. Inhaling to 4 and exhaling to 4. And see if you can start extending your exhales. grateful for opportunities to grow, regardless of what they look like or how they show up. Thich Nhat Hanh says silence is essential. We need silence just as much as we need air, just as much as plants need light. If our minds are crowded with words and thoughts, there is no space for us. So settling into silence for the next couple of minutes. Start to deepen your breath. Bring one hand to the chest, one hand to the belly. Allow yourself to feel being breathed. Another deep inhale. Next inhale, float the arms overhead, wiggle your fingers, circle your wrists, wiggle your toes, circle your ankles. Saying hi to your neighbors. Hug your knees into your chest, roll yourself to your right side. Take a couple breaths here in the fetal position, just feeling nourished, feeling like you're enlivened, feel all the sensations and effects of your practice this morning. Recall your intention. And then lean the chest toward the earth, press into your left hand, and then your right hand, right arm to slowly bring yourself up. Coming to an easy seat, bringing your hands together in front of your heart, a soft bow of the head. And thank yourself for being here as I thank you for being here. Lifting the thumbs up to our third eye. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. And we'll inhale and exhale. Next exhale will Om. Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks everyone online. So fun to see it. See all you beautiful people, beautiful practice, everyone. Tomorrow, Vinyasa Flow is 9:30 to 10:15.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Joyce, hair down now.
Oh, take it out. Yeah. Anyway, it's a beautiful day here. So
You, I'll give you a hug.
Oh, thanks.
All right.
see you, Joyce. Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Good. Having a good summer?
Good trips and just everything's kind of going. I've got two more. I'm not gonna catch up. But Susan comes for me. Going to Jersey. So there's actually a class. Back to New Jersey, so I'll meet him there. And then we'll find out. And have things at my dad's. So one last little visit there and then come back and then a week later usually in North Carolina to see some colleagues.
How exciting.
Yeah, yeah. She just saw camps in Georgia, so John took us, and they saw
Oh, nice.
so I think after the North Carolina, we need more schools. I think the yogi hopefully set like what side of school.
Yeah.
Just like make her left.
How exciting.
I know. Good, I'm glad it has fun there.
Oh, gosh, yes.
And who knows, I mean, in the end,
Yeah, it's a good time. It's so exciting. Kind of like I go through the process and, they won't know.
good, that's what I'm hoping.
They just kind of want to say, yeah. It took a long time for us.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the crowd.
I know, actually, same for me, I really didn't know, and then I literally applied to Syracuse on the last possible day you could apply, and I really thought, I don't care, I don't know where I'm going. And I think the way. Yeah.
We're just.
Yeah, just a week, okay.
So I won't be there. Getting some renovations. Not really.
Getting the house ready for the season.
Come in.
Oh, I see. Who's gonna oversee the remodeling?
Well, the builder is gonna send us with the I'm just praying everything.
Do you have any urban?
Yeah, well, we're not.
Yeah, the next class.
Oh, yeah, we should talk though, I wanted to